She was just 12 years old when her world came crashing down. One moment, Mia Roberts was a happy, carefree girl, dreaming of adventures with her firefighter dad. The next, she was standing in a courtroom, tears streaming down her face, as two sides of her family fought over who would get to keep her. But what no one knew was the secret her father had left behind, a secret that would change everything. This is the heartbreaking story of a custody battle that tore a family apart.
In the bustling city of Brookhaven, life moved at a fast pace. But for 12-year-old Mia Roberts, time stood still on the day of the accident. Mia was a cheerful, adventurous girl who loved spending time with her father, David, a firefighter. They were inseparable, sharing a bond that was the envy of everyone who knew them. One fateful evening, David was called to a massive fire at a downtown apartment building. Mia begged him not to go, but David, ever the hero, assured her he would be back. David had been trapped in the building and didn't make it out alive. Mia's life was turned upside down. Her mother, Emily, tried to be strong for her, but the loss was too much to bear. The once vibrant household was now filled with silence and sorrow. Mia struggled to cope with the pain, clinging to the memories of her father and the promise he had made to always protect her. As the days turned into weeks, Emily found it increasingly difficult to manage her grief while taking care of Mia. She decided to move back to her hometown, hoping that a change of scenery would help them heal. But David's parents, who had always been close to Mia, were against the move. They believed that uprooting Mia from her home and school would only add to her trauma. The disagreement escalated into a full-blown custody battle. David's parents filed for custody, arguing that Emily was too overwhelmed to provide a stable environment for Mia. Emily, on the other hand, insisted that she was the best person to care for her daughter and that moving away was necessary for their healing. The case was handed over to Judge Laura Bennett, a seasoned judge known for her empathy and fairness. The courtroom became the battleground for a family torn apart by grief and differing opinions on what was best for Mia. The courtroom was tense on the first day of the custody hearing. Mia sat quietly between her mother and grandparents, her eyes filled with confusion and sadness. The lawyers presented their arguments, each side painting a different picture of what was best for Mia. Emily's lawyer argued that Mia needed her mother's love and support to heal from the loss of her father. He pointed out that Emily had always been a devoted mother and that moving away would give them a fresh start. David's parents' lawyer, however, argued that Mia needed the stability and familiarity of her current environment. He presented evidence of Emily's struggles with grief and suggested that she might not be in the best position to care for Mia. As the hearing progressed, the tension in the courtroom grew. Mia was called to the stand to testify, and the room fell silent as she spoke. She talked about her love for both her mother and grandparents but admitted that she felt torn between them. She expressed her desire to stay with her mother but also acknowledged the comfort she found in her grandparents' home. Just when it seemed like the case was leaning in Emily's favor, a shocking revelation emerged. David's parents presented a letter that David had written to Mia before his death. In the letter, David expressed his wish for Mia to stay close to her grandparents if anything ever happened to him. He wrote about the importance of family and the love he had for. The revelation was a bombshell. Emily's lawyer argued that the letter was taken out of context and that David's primary concern had always been Mia's happiness. But the damage was done, and the judge was forced to reconsider her stance. After days of deliberation, Judge Bennett returned with her decision. The courtroom was packed, and the tension was palpable. Mia sat between her mother and grandparents, her hands clenched in her lap. As the judge began to speak, Judge Bennett acknowledged the love both sides had for Mia but emphasized the importance of stability and consistency in her life. She ruled that Emily would have primary custody of Mia, with David's parents granted visitation rights on weekends and holidays. She also ordered that any major decisions regarding Mia's education or relocation would require mutual agreement from both sides. The verdict was met with mixed reactions. Emily wept with relief, while David's parents looked devastated. Mia, caught in the middle, felt a wave of emotions: relief, sadness, and confusion. She loved both her mother and grandparents, but the decision had left her feeling torn. In the months following the verdict, life slowly returned to a new normal for the Roberts family. Emily tried to balance her grief with her responsibilities as a single mother, while David's parents struggled to accept the judge's decision. Mia, now living with her mother, tried to adjust to her new reality. She missed her grandparents and the comfort she had found in their home, but she also appreciated the stability her mother provided. She continued to cherish the memories of her father, finding solace in the promise he had made to always protect her. As time passed, the wounds began to heal. Emily and David's parents learned to co-parent, putting their differences aside for the sake of Mia. Mia, though still caught between two worlds, found strength in the love of her family and the memories of her father. Years later, Mia's story became a source of inspiration for others. She went on to become a successful writer, using her experiences to create powerful, emotional works that resonated with people around the world. Her stories told the tale of a young girl who had faced unimaginable loss but had found the strength to heal and move forward. The custody battle had left scars, but it had also taught Mia the importance of family, forgiveness, and finding her own voice. Her story became a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of love to heal even the deepest wounds. If you like the story, kindly like the video and subscribe my channel for the latest realistic stories. Your one like and subscribe means that you appreciate our work.